Every trainer's goal is to be the very best. Since the beginning of Pokemon, people have been told to capture them all. Since 2010, I have been working on this folder. This folder is a Pokedex folder, and it contains every generation from generations 1 to 8. This is practically a complete Pokedex, so I will be giving you a little bit of an insight of what's in it and tell you what sort of thing. I say practically complete because there is still a few from the Gen 8 sort of stuff that hasn't been released, and there's also like the ones that are in battle styles, like the Urshifu, which is currently not much available around in sort of New Zealand, so that's still sort of like on backlogs for some places, sort of thing. So when that gets in, I'll definitely be trying to pull that Urshifu. But without further ado, I'm just going to crack into showing this off, pointing out a few cards that mean a lot to me sentimentally when it comes to this Pokedex folder, as I demonstrate. I started off with a set of badges just to sort of make the thing as a nice appealing entry thing. We have the new Two Strikes Back movie thing. We have a few old code cards, an old couple of Pokemon cards, and one random Bakugan card. Here's the back of the thing. Starting with our first trio of starters, which is the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, the very beginning starters of the Kanto region. The card, I can't remember that exactly type of card, but the Bulbasaur one is like, so there was a different sort of collection-y sort of thing, and I can't remember how to explain it, but it had stuff to do with the anime, so as well. So I put that one in there in that place. This Charizard means a lot to me as well. The Plasma Storm black and white one. The reason why this means a lot is because it was added to my collection by my cousin. She gave it to me to keep it safe, and I have been doing just that. It's been safely stowed away in this folder. We have our bugs there and our Pidgey line. That is a sort of thing. We have our first little Rainbow Rare in the thing. We have a Pikachu in a costume. It's a Japanese one. It's a Bob Pikachu, a Rowlet Pikachu. As you can see, there's many different sets sort of in this because it's a variety of different things to make it as unique as possible. New different things. We have a page of Nidos. We have the Clefable from that sort of thing. A signed card of Brock's Vulpix by the voice of Brock and James, and technically Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, which is Eric Stewart. That Ninetales, I used to have a lot of games where when I was first into Pokemon when I was a kid, my mate down the road, he actually had this Ninetales, and every time I faced him, even though we didn't know the rules, this would be brought out facing me, and this would be the one that I would lose to quite frequently. Henceforth, it's the one that I put in this folder once I managed to find one, because, the sentimental memories of that sort of battles and stuff from that thing. Nice old version of an EX card, Vileplume EX. Probably one of the first EXs that I acquired, I think. Yeah. We have a few different things. Another nice little trinket from another of my mates was a Meowth, which is a promotional Meowth there, which was sort of the payday kind of one. There's also an original Wizards of the Coast Psyduck, Misty Psyduck. We've got a variety of different rarity cards there. There is our next thing. We have Quadzeel. I think that, I can't remember what language. That's German. We have a German Poliwag, a fire type sort of Primeape. I had sets where it wasn't the original typing. I remember that Marcus card being given to me by a friend as well. We have the very hard to find sort of Kadabra, which at the moment now is, after 20 years or so, that card is apparently going to be reprinted in the future. There is a nice hollow Alakazam. That is epic. We have the Marchant there as well. We have our things. We have the evolution, the thing. There's the E-Reader Rapidash, which was something I managed to acquire. We have a tag team card in here because I made sure that there was at least one tag team card, and it was one that was the exact same Pokemon, Muck and a Alolan Muck. I didn't want to miss out on the tag team sets, so yeah, I made sure that I had that one added to this. Raging Pex for Dodrio. I mean, that is an interesting little one, sort of lying about. A very interesting Gengar. The Creepshow Gengar used to be very popular in decks. This Hypno was one of the very first sort of sets that had reverse hollows and stuff, which is epic. And I've also got a hollow Haunter from it as well, sort of thing, in the older set. As you can see, we have this. Nothing as sentimental that. I have a coin down by Kangaskhan because Kangaskhan reminds me of someone I used to work with back in the day, sort of thing. So they were very sort of brotherly and parental sort of things. So yeah, I gave them a copy of a Kangaskhan card, and I've kept that sort of similar Kangaskhan card in there as reminder of them. One of the pre-release Misty Cedra sort of thing. I don't know how early on pre-releases were, but this is probably one of the earliest kind of pre-releases that I've definitely seen and managed to acquire. A couple of sets. We've got a Japanese rocket wheezing sort of thing. Japanese rocket wheezing, yep. We have a very interesting Starmie from Delta Species. Magmar, which I think is Korean or something. Yeah. We have a Lapras there, and we've got the Team Plasma Jolteon. That's pretty cool. A Ditto looking like a Pikachu. There's the Hollow Magikarp. And a Eevee. That's the GX Eevee, which is pretty cool. We have a few more different things. We're down to a fossil Pokemon and a few things. We got a Spanish Aerodactyl. Now that is a epic Zapdos that I have to say. And we also have the Mewtwo from there. As you can see, we've got also Chikorita, Bayleaf, and Meganium in Japanese, which is pretty epic. Now we are up to the Johto region, the second generation, which is pretty epic. That's another interesting reverse holo from an older set, the Ledeba. I love this Crobat. It is a epic Crobat. Very old EX. Zato, another e-reader card. Very cute baby Pokemon we have there. Very, very cute Togepi and Emerald Pikachu. Pichu. Pre-evolution of Pikachu. We have a lighter Azumarill. We've got those there. Ooh. Team Rocket returns Wooper. Espeon and Umbreon both in Rainbow. Nice little touch to things. Hanko, Fortress, Electric Gligar. To the next page. Yep, we have this page as well. With nothing too eventful on here. We've got ourselves into another few pages. More baby Pokemon. Smoocher, Maletkid, and Magby. A Japanese amazing rare. Or something. Or Japanese or Korean amazing rare, but amazing rare nonetheless. It's the Raikou. Yep. We have a interesting Lugia. The very, very old set. Now, moving on to Hoenn. We've got a reverse Trico there. We've got a signed Blaziken from the voice of Ash Ketchum and May, Veronica Taylor, the original voices of them. Team Magma's Poochyena. That's interesting. We have our Wurmple lines. We have our other sort of Hoenn sort of thing. A Ralts, Curlier, and I have to say I love that Gardevoir card because it's got the whole evolution sort of like Ralts, Curlier, Gardevoir on that. Yeah. Interesting little Ninjask. We've got a Crystal Guardians Whismur here. Mega Agaron. Azurill. Team Magma's Leron. we've got another Mega, which is the Magnetric. Puzzle, Minun, Roselia. There's a Torkovi. Magmus Sharpedo. It's not a Swablu, it's a Swab-Yellow. Swab-Yellow. Flag Online. Another Crystal Guardians card, a Splink. Okay. Magma Zangoose. We have a Cynthia's Milotic, which is pretty epic. Galactic Level X Absol. Why not? Legend Maker. We've got a few others interesting ones on this page. We've got a World Championship Tropius. That is another language sort of Glalie Mega. Have basically this whole page is basically water sort of Now that is an epic sort of Salamence, and that is an epic Metagross. Let's see what we've got. The Regis there. We've got a whole lot of things. We've got 2 Emerald sort of cards, and then we've got the Rayquaza. We've got an amazing rare Jirachi, Japanese. Right. Starting on the Sinnoh region, we've got a few of the starters here. We've got the Torterra is the Plasma Torterra and the Plasma Inferme. We have that there. Staraptor Level X. Don't know who the trainer is, but looks pretty cool. We've got our thing. I have a friend who would be interested in seeing the Bidoof. So, anyways, it's just a simple reverse Bidoof. That is something. Yeah. Budju. Now, this is one of the ones that was hard to come by. Thanks to the Bad Llama, I managed to acquire this one and a few others that I will mention in time. Got some of the fossils. Got these ones here, different forms of Shellos and Gastrodon. Had to have one of the east and west sort of thing, so the evolution line had the different types things. Anyways, we have this page here. We have a Break Bronzor. Break Bronzong. We have a Happiny and a Bonsly. That Bonsly was pretty hard to find, but I managed to acquire that one. Chingling, another one that I appreciate that the Bad Llama managed to source for me, which is epic. We have Mime Jr., another baby Pokemon. A Plasma Chatot. We now have some interesting ones. We've got some shiny boys, the Gabble, and a very spicy Garchomp. Munchies, we've got them. This page here. And a reverse Mantike, the final card that the Bad Llama managed to help me source. These were the last 3 I managed to add into the Sinnoh sort of Dex part of this, which is being very appreciative of that. And yeah, we have more in here. We've got a Frontier Brain Electivire. We've got Pokedex Max. We've got Sylveon Ex. Good old Porygon Z Plasma. We have a Gallade, which is a interesting thing. Mega Break, I mean. The Plasma Glaceon as well. The only one that isn't actually Pokemon, but it's still the Pokemon. I put the Rotom Dex in place of an actual Rotom because it's a higher rarity of Rotom, but I wanted to mix it up, sort of thing. Rotom Dex still counts as a Rotom, so hence why it's in the Pokedex folder. We've got EX Dial and Palkia, a promo from Ultra Prism, the Heatran, there's Regigigas. Now we've got a Giratina, that is the Plasma Giratina. We have a Darkrai level X, we have the good old Roaring Skies Full Art Shaman, Arceus level X, Victini from one of the promo boxes. Starting on the Unova region, we have our starter, and we have the other starters there as well. We have the shiny Emboar sitting in the middle there. We have a Hollow Dewott as well for some strange reason. We've got some interesting ones here. These are just the things all sparkly from RC13. That's, I can't remember, Legendary Treasures or something, I would assume. I know that there's Legendary Treasures, and I know that there was other Shiny Legends. I think it was Legendary Treasures, that one. But yes, we got those. We got Mega Rodino. We have that. We are on to the next page. That Seismitoad was pretty epic back in the day. The Quaking Punch is preventing item cards. Probably used a bit in for disruption purposes and item locking. There's been a few that have changed recently that are item lock related cards. A McDonald's Dwibble. Another card I acquired from a good friend of mine, a gold Sigilif. Yes. We have Garbodor. It's the Plasma Garbodor. We have good old Zoroark with Trade Zoroark, the full art. Those good old days where the 2 card, because you discard a card, you draw 2 cards. Promo Shinchino, that was what replaced the Zoroark in the competitive aspect of things after a little while. But it's been sort of like as a placeholder, and then there's been more since then. So we have different ones there. We have different ones there. We've got that Emolga standing out, as you can see. We have our next page, a Plasma Klinklang and a dual type Galvantula with double thread and electro web. Electric Grass, which is pretty cool. Yep, which signifies the 2 types, the bug and thing. Got a there. few more there. More different arts. I have to say, I like the art of that Bravery. Nothing too significant about it, but now I've got the gold Terrakion. I've got the gold Virizion, but the Cobalion is just that one. But one day I plan to try and find that gold sort of Cobalion that's similar to that set, so that's a thing, but it's still pretty cool. But for full-on gold cards, however, we have a Reshiram and Zekrom. Pure gold. There's a few more legendaries. The Black Heron, the Keldeo Ex. Good old Genesect promo. We have the starters of the Kalos region. Yep. We've got Froakie, Renehan, and Chespin. Good old Grass Hat. And then we've got Greninja. Apparently, the Greninja Break was best deck back in one of the formats back in the day. We've got some other interesting spice along the way. We've got some nice little fairy cards and the fact of Florges EX, which is, I think, Japanese as well, so that is interesting. We've got next page, another World Championship card. We've got the Aegislash, which is very cool. We will now move on to the next page, which is got these. We have a Sylveon Ex, which is pretty cute. Got these guys. We got ourselves a shiny Noibert. I got a cringe-worthy Pokemon, but the full art version, it's a good old Zygarde. It's a Hooper Volcanion. Now, Alola region. Good old Borb. Shiny Decidueye. Promo for Poplio, like the Poplio Shiny. We have the Primarina is a Ram as well. The Picky Pick promo. That Gumshoes. Vikavolt, which is pretty epic. The sort of full art Wishy-Washy with Lana on it, which is a interesting cosmic card, which I put in the collection. We have a Orantis full art, which epic. Toxapex, I used to use that in a deck occasionally back in the day, which its top tool shelter did some intense stuff sort of thing, as well as the super intense poison. We have a interesting Salazzle, Comfey. We have the Serena. We have Instructor Ranguru. We have this sort of thing, Psy Valley. We have a Mimikyu with Acerola, Turtonator. We have Delmise. And Pride and Joys of the Tapus, Coco, Lele, Bulu, and Finny, all rainbow. Prism Stars of the Solgaleo and Lunala. Good old Nebby. Now, Ultra Beast time. Yep, we have a Rainbow Pheromosa, Rainbow Katana, Rainbow Necrozma, Rainbow Blacephalon, got a good old male metal sitting there as well, sort of thing. I like that stack attacker. That stack attacker with this Naganadel used to be a epic deck build I used to have, which on me a tournament or two. Yeah. Grookey, which is the good old Rillaboom line. We are now jumping into the next region. Yep, we got our Inteleon line, we got Cinderace, we have our Galar Pokemon. We have good old Corviknight, which is receiving a VMAX and V in one of the next sets, which I think is Shining Fates or something. Well, I'm definitely going to try and get that. Eldegoss V, full art. We have a Dreadnought VMAX, good old Boltund, Rary Libel, and an electric deck. Colossal, Cramorant, Sandaconda, good old Poltergeist, Toxtricity, there are Gold Berserker, Galarian Berserker. We have a Gold Frostmoth as well, which works out pretty cool. And yep, good old thing. We're getting near the end of it now. We have a Rainbow Morpeko. Good old fossils of this generation. We've got the Dracozolt, the Arctozolt, the Dracovish, and the Arctovish. We have Dreepy, we got Dragapult V. We've got the Golden Zacian and Zamazenta, as well as an Eternatus. Seeing that we need Kubfu there, we need the Urshifu there, we've got Zarude, and then we just need the rest of these here, which aren't released yet, like Regieleki, Regibrago, Glacier, Spectria, and Carex. But it's an ongoing sort of thing. Pokemon will keep on sort of carrying on for a while. So that was my Pokedex folder. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments what cards you found sort of pretty epic when I described some. And yeah, we have a very epic folder here. I'm going to finish the shot on these badges sort of thing. And until the next time, like if you like, comment if you want, and feel free to subscribe. This is Hayward signing out.